gentlemen, welcome to this episode of the Economic Times Cutting Chai Stories, an initiative by ET Edge. On this platform, we identify leaders and talk about their personal and their professional journeys. We also discuss about their traits, their qualities, the qualities that make these leaders stand out in the industry across various sectors and verticals. We are all aware of the fact that these leaders are known for their spectacular work, and when we think of them, the first thing that comes to our mind is a lot of work being on the platter all the time. However, there is a long journey and many stories that go behind the making of these successful people. On this platform, we try to bring out those stories and delve into their personal sides. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dimple Bajwa, your host for this session of the Cutting Chai Stories. And today I have been joined by a leader who is also the co-founder of Grow.in. He is a passionate engineer, solution developer, and coder. Previously, he has also had a successful stint with Flipkart as an engineering manager and has built the Flipkart customer returns and refund system before starting Grow. Without further ado, let me now welcome Mr. Neeraj Singh, co-founder and chief information officer at Grow. Thank you for joining us today, Neeraj. It is a pleasure to have you on our platform.
Same here, Dimple. Thanks for hosting me.
So, Neeraj, you're a young leader, and it brings us sheer joy to see, youth like you building teams and building organizations. You have had previous experiences with some big names. It would be great if you could, take us through your career path right from the beginning and, help us understand what Neeraj was when he joined his first job and what is he today. How has the evolution been?
Cool. So, Dimple, this is something which is feels very different or unusual to me when somebody calls me leader, because I am a very average normal person. I think when we meet in person, we'll know more. Very average. If you talk about my journey, right from my first job, so I'm 2005 pass out.
Mm-hmm.
So I did my engineering from ITM College, Gwalior, and that was the second batch from that college. It's a private college. So no company came to the campus those days.
All
So
right.
that's why I said I'm a very average person. So what I did actually is that time, if you want to have a good platform, I think the cities, you need to come to cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore. Hyderabad, because of cyber, tower, cyber cities was quite famous.
Right.
It is 2005 I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I came to Hyderabad. I joined CRAC. CRAC is a Center for Diploma in Advanced Computing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a platform where you get exposure to a lot of other companies, and you can choose where you want to join. So that has helped me. So I got placed in JDA Software. JDA today has office in Hyderabad as well as in Bangalore. So that was my first job, and I joined as a software engineer into supply chain domain. I worked there for almost 5 years, where most of the products which are related to supply chain, the strategic planning, IP inventory planning, demand forecasting, those were the kind of products which I worked on. At the end of 2010, I moved to another company. It's called IUI Comtech. They were into mostly gaming, gambling games, for example, casino, poker, very different domain from what I did earlier. I was there for around 5-6 months. Then I got a call from Flipkart. And perhaps they would have found me because of my supply chain domain knowledge. And in 2011, I moved to Bangalore.
Right.
Joined Flipkart there. When I joined into the supply chain team, and there were 30 engineers.
Right.
In 2011 when I joined, and I think total there were 60 engineers. That was the size of Flipkart when I joined there. We grew into thousands later. We keep shifting, changing office from building to building every 6 months. So we worked on warehousing, because that is the time where a lot of the products were being sold through WS Retail, which was Flipkart's warehouse. Marketplace was not there during that time. Marketplace model where sellers can also sell their product It came later in
Mhm.
2012. So couple of products we built, we scaled Flipkart. I mean, when I joined, there used to be 30,000 order per day used to come. By the time when first Big Billion Day came, order count reached to almost 6,000 per day, 6 lakhs per day,
Mhm.
30,000. So
That's big.
that is
Yes.
the scale. Entire team worked together to build. One thing which I learned from Flipkart was that everybody was pretty much entrepreneur in nature. So not just thinking about engineering, but thinking about product end to end and focusing on what value you are adding to customers' life.
Mhm.
And that was a culture pretty much. Once you've worked in Flipkart, you get that tendency to think, end to end. Has helped me, to grow not just as an engineering person, but also very good into product thinking, design thinking, design and architecture. So a lot of those traits which we learn. So whenever you are working or building something for end consumers, all those consumer products, these things, are pretty much needed. So a lot of things we learned there. I joined there as a software engineer too. I don't know if you are, so that's very, that's the stage where you get promoted from SD1 to 2. So that is,
Right.
and then grew as engineering manager. In 2015, I was engineering manager. The last thing that I was working on was Flipkart Quick. It was a hyper local delivery product where you can do sourcing as well as delivery within a particular locality. It could be groceries, it could be any kind of delivery. So that was the pilot project that we were doing. We ran that project as an experiment into Bangalore, certain pin codes covering Koramangala, HSR layout, Electronic City, Whitefield. Lot of things we validated, tested, and proved. And after that, in 2016, we moved out and started Grow. So that has been a journey so far. I'm still pretty much a software engineer. I do not consider myself as a leader. It's just that we kept building whatever we wanted to build for our end, consumer. And in 5 years now, Grow has, became grown as a unicorn. It's a brand now. People know, people use product.
Right.
And,
Right.
that has changed if you see it from that perspective. But as a person, I'm pretty much very simple software engineer.
So you mentioned that you had to go out to different cities, in search of jobs, and you also moved out from your hometown. How difficult, or how easy was you to adapt yourself to the new environment, the new city? And you mentioned you also had to appear for your first interview. So how was the first interview? Were you nervous, excited? What was that feeling?
I get nervous only in these kind of interviews. When it comes to tech, it's other way around. I never felt nervousness in those interviews because uh, that was something I loved very much.
Right.
To answer the first part of the question, my father, he was in army. The oldest memory of me going to school, I remember we were in Barmer. Barmer is a very small district in Rajasthan at the
Yes.
border of Pakistan.
Yes.
Pakistan, India, basically. So if you are at the top of your terrace, you can see Pakistan from there. It's
Wow.
that close.
Okay.
Very peaceful place, very peaceful place.
Hmm.
I used to study in Kendriya Vidyalaya, and then we came to Farkhabad. It's a district in Uttar Pradesh on the bank of river Ganges. And so I joined there in Kendriya Vidyalaya. Then Indian Army, they started in Army Public School. So I joined an Army Public School, studied there. So entire my schooling is from Farkhabad. Now
Okay.
during that entire schooling, my father, he kept, because Army person, they get posted every 3 years. We kept moving in and out of city, somewhere, sometime in high altitude area, sometime in eastern part, sometime outside country. He served in, glaciers, Siachen Glacier. He served in
Oh,
Sudan,
wow.
a lot of different places.
All right.
And I was the, first child. I was the eldest one. So then owning that responsibility, going out and doing everything, whatever is needed to run a household was kind of onto me. So we were kind of, trained by the situation like that.
Right.
14 year was like that. Then when we moved to Gwalior, that time also he was serving in Sudan. So I was along with my mom and other, siblings. So everything is some we used to take care of. So this was
Right.
nothing new for us. I filled that form for engineering. I went, given the test. I went to the counseling, chosen the branch for myself. So it was something which I've been doing from my childhood. So never felt anything, strange or new. And when you come from, Gwalior in MP to Hyderabad, you don't feel very different because in Hyderabad also you find a lot of Hindi speaking people. And, food is also pretty much similar. Hyderabadi
Right.
biryani was fabulous. So it was a very fantastic journey, and I never felt that way. And the reason I joined CDAC was mainly because not very a lot of companies were coming to our campus those days. I wanted a good platform where I can get a chance. I remember those days. Even this happens now when you pass out of the engineering college, you come to Bangalore or Hyderabad. Uh, the people used to print a lot of resume copies, go to every company's gate and give it to the give it to
Wow.
the So that is how people used to. And if you are lucky, you will get a call. So idea was to just get a call. After that, you know what to do.
It must have been so difficult for the recruiters also to pick somebody from those resumes.
Almost impossible because now you have a bunch of copies, printed copies of resume. It's very difficult. I don't know how
Right.
it all worked during that time. I think referral was the best way to get an
Yes.
call for an interview.
Yes, I agree. So you mentioned some of your traits, like related to work. So if we talk about, the leadership qualities and leadership traits, of course, we would like to call you a leader because you're building this organization and you are a leader, of course, for most of them. So what are the qualities, that you have that you would want your subordinates to, inherit from you?
So one thing that we always talk about here in Grow is ownership. So whatever you're picking, could be very small task, could be a very big project. Try to look it from the perspective of end to end.
Right.
Why are we doing it? What is the value it's gonna add once you finish it? So ownership is very, very important. We value speed a lot because we are in an environment where you are competing with a lot of other tech companies. A lot of companies are in this space from very old time, 10-year, 20-year-old companies, and they are into this space. So we cannot afford to run at the same speed as they are running. So we need to be at least 10x faster. So when I say faster, it doesn't mean you have to work very fast or you have to work day and night. It's about decision making.
Right.
If you are about to take a call, take quickly and get all your inputs that are needed to take that call. But do not delay it. If you can do it today, then do it today. Do not delay it for tomorrow. So being very, very agile is another thing that we focused on. See, in leadership, you can always focus on n number of skills that you would want your people to have.
I'm sure.
But these are the two things which have helped us. And third thing is working together as a team. Once you hire talented people who are way smarter than you are, all you need to do is give them an environment where they can work together as a team. So that are the few things that we did here in Grow and helped a lot. It doesn't need any special charming skill to be a leader, a team or something. I've been lucky. I have a very good team. They are leader in themselves. I need to learn from them, and they work so hard. Everybody's so self-driven, and especially in this work from home scenario, you will notice they don't need any manager or leader.
Right.
Once they know what is the purpose, what they want to build, everyone is like pretty much very, very focused on things.
Right. So you mentioned very important leadership qualities there: ownership, speed, taking a call quickly, being agile, and of course, the most important, working together as a team. And I'm sure you are building that sort of an environment for your team as well. So you mentioned that your team is self-driven, very good at work, and all of that you just mentioned right now. Leaders such as yourself, you've been taking care of teams for the past so many years. Between all this, how do you manage to take care of yourself, and how do you manage time to give to yourself and your family?
Generally, it's a perception that if you are into this kind of role, you don't have time for for self development or friends or family. I would say it's the other way around, because now you have a team.
Right.
And if you want to take leave, or if you're away for a week
Mhm.
and you have a good team, then you are not required. You are redundant basically.
All right.
So so basically, I usually close by, I'm done after 6:30 every day, and then the day is mine all the time. I usually try to finish before sunsets, so
Mhm.
that at least I can sit in balcony and have a chai, which I don't have right now. So
Yes, we do miss that try right now.
exactly, you need something in the evening. So after that, I spend some time with my kids, and I keep learning things which distracts me from my work or stops me thinking about work.
Mhm.
For example, during lockdown, I did a lot of gardening. I realized I'm bad at that. Even a lot of my plants died because of overwatering.
My
So,
God.
so I moved to learning, something on music side. So
Mhm.
right now I'm learning piano.
Oh, that's
I mean, you'll
interesting.
find a lot of things. So piano is very difficult.
So how far have you come in learning piano?
I can play uh, lines of a couple of poems with both my hands now. When I started, my only right hand used to work, because those are the fingers you use while typing, luckily. Otherwise,
Right.
it's been difficult.
It is very
Now,
difficult to get that coordination on a
yes.
piano.
So now, to be able to use all 10 fingers, I can do, I'm still practicing it just 3 months. I started just 3 months back.
I
But I
think
realized it's challenging.
it is.
And piano, I thought, would be perhaps the easiest instrument, because all you have to do is press key. Like flute, veena, or any other guitar for that matter, people cut their fingers. So it's very difficult. Piano, I thought, is easiest one, which is you have to press keys. It turns out to be very, very challenging. But it's a good exercise for, for brain and for hands.
Right. So gardening, you've told us you're not good at that. Piano, you're learning. Any other hobbies that you have, and hobbies, that you kind of fit into your schedule, no matter how.
So after grow, I never read. I am more of a practical person.
Hmm.
As I said, my engineering and all. I started coding when I was in school. That time, my father's job was computer instructor in the army. He
Hmm.
was more on education side within the army. So I got introduced to the computer at a very early stage.
Hmm.
That time in army canteen, all the billing used to happen on the papers, cash memo, what
Right,
they used
right.
to get. And
Yes.
he asked me to, can you write a software where all this can be automated?
Hmm.
So I used to write, and he used to find bugs in that. कि ये तो ये नहीं चल रहा, वो नहीं चल रहा types. ये कैसे करोगे, billing कैसे होगा, accounting कैसे होगा? So a lot of those things.
Hmm.
Even in my college, the last project that I did, most of the people, they buy a project. Nobody codes these days in the college.
Hmm.
If they are doing, they do mostly competitive programming.
Hmm.
But I built entire banking application. That time internet was not available on mobile.
Right,
Had
right.
very basic
Yes.
phones. So, and then as the internet penetrated in India, now every bank has a mobile banking app. So
Hmm.
whatever we are doing today in Grow is pretty much similar, and these kind of things excites me all the time.
I'm
Uh,
sure.
so yeah, so in lockdown, I did try, cooking biryani as well, and
Oh, you did mention the Hyderabadi biryani, by the way. I am very
I'm a big
fond of
fan
it as
of
well.
biryani, because my first job was in Hyderabad. So during lockdown, because now ordering food, everything was shut down. Ordering food was
Hmm.
initial few months was like people were scared, nobody was ordering.
Right.
And so I learned, started cooking. So a lot of few recipes like pasta, biryani, those sort of things to learn.
And do you continue to cook, or was it just until the time the delivery stopped?
Now we can order.
I know.
So I'm trying to save some time. So after, as I said, after Grow, I started reading also. I didn't read much before
Okay.
that.
Hmm.
More of a practical person, learned by doing things.
Hmm.
But then there are a lot of things that you can learn from books, and
Right.
books has helped me a lot. The first time, when I realized I have to, work with so many different people with different skills, how
Mhm.
do you work with them? So I started reading book, trying to find those answers. So
Mhm.
that reading was mostly in search of those answers, not because I am a good reader or I wanted to read, but then it kind of became a necessity. I'm still a very
Mhm.
slow reader. I hardly finished one book, in kind of 6 months. But
Mhm.
good thing is I try to apply
Mhm.
at least
Right.
whatever I have learned from those books.
Great. Also, what do you think about fitness? Do you have any fitness goals or any fitness regime that you follow? Just asking out of curiosity.
Very lazy. I'm very lazy, and reason I'll tell you. Being an engineer, it has been my almost kind of habit to stay awake late night.
Mhm.
Because most of the time in office goes in discussions, and even
Yes.
today is when we are working from home, you feel like a call center agent where you're attending this call and then that call and other call and the call after call.
Right.
Only time you get to think or code is after those calls. So
Mhm.
pretty much I used to stay and I think everybody in engineering, this is the case, that
Mhm.
they work in during nights. So
Oh.
getting early up in the morning is very, very difficult. But yeah, uh, how I measure fitness is how much your tummy is bulging out.
Best
So
way to measure and how your clothes are fitting.
yeah, so because whole day the job is just sit,
Right. Right.
eat, and then again sit. And now because during lockdown that has been disastrous to a lot of people because they are not even going down to take a
Yes.
walk because
Right.
that
Right.
was also banned.
And
So
even I think with the work from home scenario, we've started eating at our workstations itself. Like in offices, they still, kind of tell you to go to the cafeteria, have lunch, have meals over there. But here, there's nobody, there are no restrictions, nobody to stop you. So we can eat anything we want at our workstations itself.
and no
So
place
yes.
to walk also. So so yes, these are the spikes which kind of comes and go. People, so I started running in between. I used to run, then I had a target to be able to run till 10 kilometers. So within few weeks, I
Wow.
reached that target. I
Hmm.
ran 10 kilometers. After that, the N2, so it came down. I do go for running once in a while,
Hmm.
like twice, kind of twice a week, but
Hmm.
not been very consistent.
Hmm.
I think that needs a lot of motivation. I need to improve on that.
Right. Well, I think even 2 days in a week is good than not doing anything at all. So,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
that is.
Okay.
It's
So one
mostly out
last,
of guilt. It's mostly out of guilt
I'm sure,
because
I'm sure. For most of us, it's the same thing.
yeah. So nothing else. I'm not very fitness free kind of person. I'm just okay.
Right.
Let's go types.
Great. Yeah. So, one last question. Traveling is something that we've all missed. And while I see posts of, many of the people that I know on Instagram and on Facebook, they're off to places already, while there are few who are still thinking of, taking that risk and going out because COVID hasn't gone yet. So, what is that one place you would want to travel off to, that one place on your bucket list that you would want to tick off?
So so if you go by the bucket list, there are many, but the most convenient one, because now your choice should be a choice of the family. I'm married, I have two kids. So
Right,
I always think where will they enjoy most. So it's not about me
right.
enjoying there. And my
Mhm.
kids, they like beaches a lot. So
Okay,
they are
nice.
not like mountain person to go to mountain
Uh-huh.
or those kind of hill stations. They are like
Mhm.
beach guy person. So they enjoy sand, playing in sand, playing on seashores. So I
Great.
mostly, whenever I find time, I go to Goa.
Mhm.
I've traveled other
Nice.
beaches also, but mostly Goa is very
Goa.
convenient due to flight
Right.
connectivity.
Yes, yes, yes. Good to know that. And really nice interaction with you today. We actually got to know so many things about you, and there is so much to, learn from your experiences, so much to take away from this conversation. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And yes, you were not nervous at all during the conversation. It was a great conversation. And now I would like to welcome Ashish Sikka. He is the director, SMB at Lenovo. Welcome to this conversation, Ashish. So I will leave this conversation to you too. But before that, I have one last question for both of you here. What are the challenges faced by the industry in 2021? Is there any innovation that we see, and how do we get prepared for the upcoming years? Over to you, Neeraj and Ashish.
So I think my exposure was pretty much limited to what we did in fintech space. But in general, if you talk about the challenges, pretty much it's known to everyone because of COVID. It has given an external motivation, I think, to the people to shift to a different kind of working style, to shift to a different kind of tools that you use in industry. And I think that has been working pretty well. Without that, I think working from home or coming up with some hybrid model where people can work from anywhere in this world and yet be productive and can deliver similar kind of results would have been very difficult to imagine, because change is something comes with risk, and not people, everybody is not open to take that kind of risk. But since because of COVID there was no other option, I think everyone did well. So that's the, I think, most challenging stuff, I would say. From from fintech perspective, I think a lot of companies now trying to make investing or banking experience simple for the Indians. That is, I think, that is good thing. You would have heard in the news this year, the number of unicorns in the first quarter of the year were more than the number of unicorns in the last year itself. So that's a good indicator of how technology is evolving, how startups are coming and changing people's life.
Thank you for answering that, Neeraj. Over to you, Ashish.
Yeah, so Dimple, similar to what Neeraj was saying, I think the world is moving towards that. How do we enable ease of living for everyone? And I think, as Neeraj mentioned, a lot of fintech companies are helping ease how do you invest and maybe retire beautifully whenever you do that. Similarly, we are working on how do we enable more and more organizations to achieve that right balance of work from office and work from home. Like we called it the hybrid work environment. Some people call it the new normal. I think it would be very different from what we have seen in the past, because organizations expect the same degree of collaboration, while the employees expect independence and working from anywhere in the country, or in some cases now people are also talking about that if they want to be outside India, but how can they work for India? So that is something which is very interesting, and a lot of innovation you can expect in that space. And yeah, I think the other one Neeraj rightly mentioned, the Indian startup ecosystem is definitely going through a big change. We are seeing a lot of fund flow, and more than that, I think we are seeing a lot of innovation. And Grow is one of the perfect examples of that. I personally use it. The ease of the user experience which is there is just amazing as compared to others. Yeah. So.
Right.
Thank
So thank you, Neeraj, and thank you, Ashish.